What a weekend it was.
Once you meet with a general tax expert who will do your taxes for you, you're free to do not taxes.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Gigantic Sunday. Yes, thank you all so much for joining us. Boy, oh boy, it's just been a crazy weekend for me. I mean, Friday night the Muskies won. Last night we had a school dance, and today I went tubing over at Combe Park, which is like a local, place where you got winter activities and stuff like that, and it's a really fun time, I'll tell you that. I am so tired. In fact, I was like limping coming down the stairs. I was so tired, and so all my energy was out from that. But somehow I got enough energy to do this for you guys, and I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. Tonight we're going to do a post-game show for Lincoln versus Sioux City. They played at home earlier today, but unfortunately I was not able to be there for that because, I was there. And from the looks and sounds of everything, it was probably a good thing I was not there. But we'll get to that right now, actually. So here we go. Just turn off the music for a moment. Okay. Sorry, hold on. Okay, so here we go. We're going to review basically today's game. I'm going to get my chair so I don't have to sit up for a long period of time. By the way, if you're watching the Grammys right now, mute it. Mute your television right now. So you're focused on me. The Grammys are for 3.5 hours, so you'll be okay. Let me get comfortable here. Whew, okay, so first we'll take a look at today's game. We'll sort of review today's game. Now, going into this game, Sioux City held the number 4 spot against Lincoln. So 3-4 going out. In fact, if the... Actually, no. I take that back. If the playoffs started today, I was going to say it'd be Lincoln and Sioux City, but no, it would be Sioux City and Tri-City, which we'll get more into that here in a minute. But, yeah, going into this game, Sioux City, they looked pretty good, especially from, of course, Friday night, and then, I don't know what happened Saturday night, but apparently the refs weren't good, and I guess Sioux City just wasn't on top of it. They lost 5-3. Oh, by the way, sorry I did not have a live stream last night. I was way too tired, and, my voice was, gone last night from twerk. When you're screaming every single song out loud, I mean, come on now. And plus, my dad was down here in the basement, so I couldn't really use it, so, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to, So I'm out of breath because I quickly tried to rush as fast as I could down here. But yeah, we'll review our game here. Getting things started out 53 seconds in. Grant Slukinski scored the first goal of the game, assisted by Ben Poitras for Slukinski. That's a 7th on the year, just 53 seconds in. So they really updated the game log on USHL.com. They didn't have assists for 4 of the 5 goals. So now now I guess they've done a lot of updating it, and now we've got 3 goals with assists on them, and then 1 is just unassisted. So yeah. Now we head on to we keep on going later in the period. Mason Marcellus, a 4-minute double minor high sticking call. Apparently, while my parents were there, and apparently, I guess that there was blood on the ice after it. I don't know if that was true or not, but it sounded like there was a lot of blood, which is not good at all. I'll tell you that right now. And then we now head into the second period at the 151 mark. Antonio Fernandez scored from Brennan Ali to tie up this game. Fernandez with his sixth goal on the year. However, later in the period at the 7:48 mark, Easton Zuger, apparently he had a major head contact penalty and now has a game misconduct on top of that, which is really going to suck. But so they had a 5-minute power play, and Lincoln used it to their advantage. Mason Marcellus getting his 11th on the year. At the end of 2, it's 2-1, Lincoln in the lead. We head into the third period now at the 2:20 mark. Mason Marcellus again. Oh, by the way, that Mason Marcellus goal was assisted by Tanner Ludke and Boston Buckberger. This one was by Cole Krusberg-Rosine and Doug Grimes, former Musketeer there. Marcellus now second of the game and his 12th on the year. And then, just about 2 minutes later, Tyler Hodson gets the Muskies back into the game. 3-2 would be the score. However, late in this third period with 2 minutes and 53 seconds left, Max Strand, checking from behind was the call. And not only did he get a 2-minute penalty for that, but a 10-minute misconduct. Yeah, I don't know, but it sounds like it was crap officiating with, well, now that I see who the main referee was, I'm honestly not really that surprised. Hunter Mottinger, he's one of the worst. In fact, I'm thinking about doing a list of the top worst referees in the USHL, which I'm going to plan on doing here. Probably this Saturday for Gigantic Saturday Night. So yeah, join us for that. So yeah, Lincoln takes that game 3-2. It was a close game, and Lincoln, they just outplayed Sioux City too. I mean, shots were 33-16 in favor of Lincoln. So they did kind of outplay them there, but apparently the refs were also helping Lincoln out too, which is never a good thing at all when you help out other teams. But yeah, and then we had 2 other games today in overtime. Green Bay beat Cedar Rapids by a score of 3-2, and then Tri-City beat Sioux Falls 3-2. Sioux Falls, they almost made a comeback there in the end because it was 3-0 2 minutes into the third period. So they definitely did try to come back, but just came up just a little bit short. So unfortunate for Sioux Falls, but you know, hey, I mean, at least they got 2 goals back, so that's a good thing. Only 2 games on today in the NHL, just weird scheduling I've noticed so far this year. Like, there'll be 15 games one night and then 2 the next night. Like, it's crazy. By the way, NHL ratings are actually down, at least here in the U.S., 22%. So that's also really unfortunate. But also, too, it's only a drop of like 100-something thousand. So also, too, it's not that major of a drop. But like also, too, the average now is only like 373,000. And by this time last year, it was at about 480-something thousand. So yeah, that's not good. That might have something to do with it. And also, too, blackouts have become a really big issue, too. And, you know, Leah Hextall, I mean, a lot of people are giving her a lot of crap, which, I mean, I don't know. I mean, sure, I mean, I like her more as a reporter more than a play-by-play announcer. Like, I'll make that honest with you. I mean, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything like that, but I just see her more, I think she's better as a reporter than a play-by-play announcer. To be completely honest with you. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to be sexist, but I really don't like her as a play-by-play announcer. I mean, sometimes I find her a bit annoying, but I don't know. She doesn't bother me as much as she bothers a lot of people. I'll tell you that. I mean, people just don't want to hear her at all, period. But like I said, I like her as a reporter, not as a play-by-play announcer. So yeah. All right, we'll get back to these games because they mean more than anything I just said there. But Hurricanes beat the Bruins 4-1. That was a great game, I'll tell you that. Boston, I guess they just took a nap. I don't know what happened there. Also, too, Maple Leafs beat the Canadiens 5-1. NBA scores. There's only a couple games on here in the NBA too today. 76ers right now leading the Knicks 79-76 in the third quarter. Raptors leading the Grizzlies right now 199 in the fourth quarter. At the half, Timberwolves are beating the Nuggets 63-43. Pelicans beat the Kings 70-52. Magic beat the Hornets 119-113, and then the Cavaliers beat the Pacers 122-103. Top 25 in college basketball, there's only one. I think Houston's going to get the victory over Temple 81-62. There's only 7 seconds left in the second half. And then Super Bowl Sunday. Chiefs and Eagles in Arizona. Join us for that. We'll have our pregame coverage starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Our gigantic Super Bowl weekend starts Friday night at 11 p.m. Eastern. And, of course, we'll have our gigantic Super Bowl Sunday night. So we're going to have lots of fun there, I'll tell you that. I'm going to have lots of fun, too. Our very first Super Bowl I've ever broadcasted to anyone. In fact, even myself, too. I've never broadcasted a Super Bowl to myself. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Just saw both these teams last week. And then, of course, this week was the Pro Bowl. So Pro Bowl games, that's what I should say. But yeah, we're not going to do Song of the Night tonight. Like I said, the Grammys are on. And I really, I'm all about award shows and stuff like that. So yeah, we're not going to do that tonight, unfortunately. But thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back Friday night at 11 p.m. Eastern for the post-game show between Sioux Cities and Fargo. If I get back early, at an early enough time where we can actually see the game, that would be great. Instead of doing like a late night stream. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And we'll see you all Friday night at 11 p.m. Eastern, the start of Super Bowl weekend here on our YouTube channel. So yeah, good night.
Celebrate
After the
Valentine's Day at
ad.
JCPenney and get up to 70% off.
Of course, those damn ads. No, I'm just kidding.